Welcome to this episode of Outside Fun, where I'll be showing you a special plant that can be used as an ointment to treat cuts, bruises, mosquito bites, burns, bee stings, rashes, acne, or basically anything on the skin that is a wound, itchy, or painful. The plant we need to make the ointment, shown here, is called plantain. It is a common weed that grows pretty much everywhere. In fact, there's a 90% chance that it's growing in your backyard right now. Plantain is as common as dandelions, and they grow in the same areas too. So if you see one, you're probably going to see the other close by. Plantain grows fairly low to the ground, and they have very distinct leaves that have smooth edges and have three main veins that spread out toward the tip of the leaf. Each plant has at least one long stem that grows up past the leaves. This stem is full of seeds, but it will likely be missing if you're looking for it in your backyard because the lawnmower will have chopped it off. Now the leaves are extremely healthy and can be eaten raw. The flavor of the leaves has been compared to that of spinach, and in my own experience, some patches of plantain leaves can be slightly bitter tasting, while other patches have a mild and pleasant taste to them, similar to celery. These leaves can be thrown into a salad or boiled like you would a spinach. Now let's talk about the healing properties of plantain. Plantain is antibacterial, antimicrobial, as well as being anti-inflammatory and antitoxic. In the past, the leaves have been eaten or brewed in a tea to calm an upset stomach, and they have also been used on the skin. For example, if you're out in the bush and you cut your hand, grab a plantain leaf and chew it up in your mouth. Then place the chewed up leaf over your cut to soothe the pain and keep it from being infected. And now I'm just putting this on my scar that I got a couple of months ago from working with some scrap metal, just as an example. Now if you want to make an ointment that you can keep with you or keep at home, then gather up the leaves and the seeds from the plantain plant. And once you've gathered what you need, wash everything up. Next, you can either tear the leaves into smaller bits with your hands, or you can finely chop the leaves up with a knife. Now take the stems that you've collected, pinch the tip of the seed stems, and slide your fingers down them to remove the seeds, and they'll come off quite easily. Now gather everything up and place it into a jar. Next, fill the jar up to the brim with olive oil. Now close the container up and let it sit for about 4 to 6 weeks. This will allow the medicinal properties of the plantain to leach out into the olive oil. After you've let the mixture sit for an appropriate amount of time, all you have to do is strain out the oil from the leaves and the seeds. As you can see, the olive oil is now green in color. The ointment doesn't smell the greatest, but it sure works. I've personally used it on some irritated pimples that I had, and within about 15 minutes the irritation was gone, and it reduced the size and redness of them overnight. The skin around my wife's fingernails were very dry, which made them crack and bleed a lot, and her fingertips stung a lot with pain because of it. And so she decided to try the plantain ointment on them. Again, within 15 minutes the stinging was gone, and within a day or two the cracks and bleeding had cleared up. Needless to say, we highly recommend this natural ointment. Here I'm putting the ointment on a cut I received from my axe while cutting up some kindling a few days ago. And again, after about 15 minutes the pain had subsided, and it kept my cut from getting red and puffy. Whenever the pain came back, I simply dabbed a little more ointment on the cut until it started to clear up. I like using the olive oil with the plantain mixture because the oil helps it stick to the skin, which is really helpful as well to allow the healing properties of the plantain to get into your skin. Anyway, there you go. Now if you enjoyed today's episode, or anything that has to do with the outdoors or wild edibles, then please feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching.